All right, for the second part of segment 2, and for the last video of today, we're going to talk about Powers Unlimited number 2. I already said it in the last video, but in case you missed it, Powers Unlimited 1 and 3 are a bunch of new superpowers that you can add to your Heroes Unlimited or whatever game you want to play to make characters more interesting, more diverse, more niche, whatever you want. It isn't to say that there aren't enough powers in the Heroes Unlimited book already, but it adds even more to it. And especially if you get that number 3 book, you got a whole new list of powers that you can roll from. So check that out. But this one's a little different. This one adds new power categories. For those who don't remember, power categories are the character classes of Heroes Unlimited, where you have alien, experiment, mutants, etc., hardware, so on and so forth. Well, this is going to add, I can't count off the top of my head here, but it looks like 10 to 12 more. And we're going to take a look at each one of those here in just a moment. The best tabletop RPG groups follow these core values to respect the campaign setting, the game, and the people at the table. Refer to the URL in the video's description to donate to the charity we support, the Wounded Warrior Project. Sunday on Rumble and YouTube, we provide tabletop RPG game, system, and setting overviews. Then on Friday, a panel of guests editorialize on the TTRPG hobby as a whole. Thursdays and Saturdays are when Heathen Dog leads his Dirty Casuals video game squad on twitch.tv/Legion of Myth. Please like and share this video with your friends and on social media, and subscribe to Legion of Myth for more tabletop RPG content. All right, there we go. There's our Powers Unlimited 2 book. Let's embiggen that just a touch. I embiggened the wrong page. There we go. Let's embiggen that a touch. And let's scroll down. Let's see what is in this book. Now, zoom in on here. So we've got empowered heroes. We have eugenic heroes. Wait a minute, isn't that already what experiment is? Yeah, pretty much, but they do it differently here.
But this is a selective breeding program over several generations, a la bad guy from World War II type stuff. That's what we're talking about here.
The best example, I actually like how the book says it. It's like playing a bionic character, but you don't have bionics, you have genetics. Right. Because you're going to buy your stuff. But we'll get to that in a moment. The Gestalt Superhumans, which I know is going to be Heathen Dog's favorite. That's the bestest one in here. Immortals, we are skipping Immortals. That's for the Mega Hero. And to be honest with you, Mega Hero isn't
interesting to you.
Yeah, well, it isn't. Not only that, but it's not going to be for most games. And finally, Immortals are just like, oh, you have a Mega Hero and you want to call yourself Immortal? There you go. I've just explained everything about it. But and there are a few more. But let's start right at the beginning. Let's just start knocking these out. And so right off the bat, if you roll randomly for your Heroes Unlimited character, which is something I generally promote, there are now more added to the list. So aliens only 5% to be an alien. You have magic, and now you have the new immortal. Again, I would kick out anything that said Mega Hero. But and I think there's another one in here that's Mega Hero as well. Super Invention. What's different between Super Invention than the hardware? Nothing. I mean, just a little bit. We'll look at that in a moment. But as you can see, a bunch of new power categories. We are not going to dive into what each one of these gets and like the money and making a character and so forth. However, Heathen Dog, I did ask him before the game. We're going to roll a few things just to show you what you can come up with some of these. So let's start off with empowered. So what is empowered? And does it say read the first or the second paragraph? It's first. There are a few heroes out there who strive more than any others to be a true hero and protector of the innocent. So what is the empowered character? The empowered character is somebody like, I wish I could be a superhero, but I can't because I'm just Maxlia. Or they have a disease. This is your Daredevil. This is your Professor X. Now, I know both of those already could fit into other categories that already existed, but it's more poignant in this case. You have the blind character, and we're actually going to have Heathen Dog roll up what his deficiency is here in a moment. But you're empowered now. You're driven, but why are you driven? And as you can see right here, you have a physical impairment. So let's just start rolling some dice because that's what we want to do.
Oh, I want to be elderly. This is going to be awesome.
You could be elderly. Go ahead and roll right off the bat. We're going to find out... I thought there was something first. No, there's not, because we don't care about hit points. All right, let's determine your impairment super abilities. Go ahead and roll your percentile dice, sir.
96.
Oh, wow. You went the opposite way of elderly. You are debilitating disease or
full body paralysis. Oh, when I go hard, baby.
He's a quadriplegic thanks to a car accident. The hero is weak from a debilitating illness or terminal disease like cancer, AIDS, or etc. Speed penalties modifiers. Character's body is sickly, reduce physical strength, physical prowess, physical endurance, physical beauty, and speed by 1d6 times 10%.
Jesus.
Yeah, extent of damage varies with individual. Yeah, you've got a degenerate disease. He's got ALS.
There you go. ALS. That's a good one.
Now, how do you overcome your disability? Go ahead and roll again.
44.
All right. When he witnesses injustice.
Oh, that's it. Oh,
The player character has personally witnessed or has borne witness to such terrible injustice that he has vowed to fight it and prevent others from suffering in a similar manner. Your ALS, you were given AIDS by a hooker, and now when you see injustice, hey, I know you, dude.
That's what they mean. I'm pretty sure
I know
that's
you.
comic code.
Anyway, so you know his quad. He's using his little Stephen Hawking's wheelchair, you know, moving it with his tongue, and then he sees an injustice and he gets up. He's like, no! And people are like, what the hell?
That would scare the hell out of everybody, especially my caretaker. It's like, have you been this whole time?
Again, using the Futurama references like Bender when he played when he was on tour with Beck, and then he started dancing. All right. Well, let's find out your physical. Is that the next one? Yeah. You're overcoming the disability. What's your physical compensation?
All right, let's see what happens when I do, because I saw that injustice. What happens? Oh my God.
What?
100.
You have an underwater ability.
Underwater. I'm freaking Super Friends Aquaman. That's great. That is great. This is a lesson on how it could all go wrong.
And this is why you don't play the empowered character. I mean, in this case, the hobbled individual becomes whole, well and strong, super strong when underwater or when drenched by water. One or two empowers activate. In addition to the usual underwater abilities and bonuses, the character gets the following extra bonuses: increase 50% all physical attributes, +1 attack per melee round, +2 in initiative, +2 to strike, parry, dodge, disarm, +4 to pull punch, +1d6 times 10 SDC, +20 hit points, and has natural armor rating of 11. You're impaired on dry land, right? Because you're in a freaking quadriplegic wheelchair. So somebody has to run you to the dock, push you off the edge.
And no one's going to understand that, right? No one's going to understand that you just put a quad boy in the water. No one's going to get. No, I'm helping him. No, you're not.
All right, that character died at birth.
There you go.
Excuse me.
Easy enough. That's over.
Yep. All right.
I'm rolling a new character now. I don't care if it took me an hour to get to here. Hopefully next time I'll have to streamline it.
Okay. The purpose, though, of the empowered character is, again, to have a character with a disability, to overcome that disability. Again, using, I think there are probably other ones out there. The only one I know, again, I'm not a superhero guy, is Daredevil. In something with that regard, but you know, adding more to it. Again, a quadriplegic in his case, or a cancer patient, or somebody who is blind. I think blind is an option.
Yeah.
This is what I want to say about this book. I'm not a fan of this book. I liked 1 and 3. I'm not a fan of this book. I'm not saying that there's nothing in here useful, that everything's useless. But again, it's very niche. If you're running this type of campaign, then the book is good for you. But if you're running just a standard Heroes Unlimited campaign, I think the stuff in here is too weird. Is that the right word I want to use?
Dumb.
Because now we're going to go to the eugenic hero.
Eugenic hero, that's great, you know, like genetic engineering. Either it probably says either you know, through cloning or through a breeding program or whatever. That's fine. I can dig that.
Well, we'll read this paragraph right here, if I can get through it without coughing. Eugenics characters are modified, enhanced, and built in much the same way as a bionic character. Only all the parts are flesh and blood, and the power is drawn from the natural world. So think of this as, I don't understand why this isn't a mutant or an experiment.
Yeah,
it's
an
different.
Experiment is probably more appropriate. Yeah.
Right. Now, to be fair, it goes beyond experiment, because experiment, you just roll some superpowers up. This, you actually build your character. So I do understand it, but I still would see it as a subset of the experiment. Now, so let's take a look at at how this is put together. Now, first of all, like Bionics, you're going to buy your parts, right? But there is a thing called Chimera. If you want to be human without horror factor, you cannot take Chimera powers. If you don't care, if you're just trying to be like, look, man, I want some cool stuff and have some weird things, that's great. But you're going to have a horror factor then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you want to fly, you're probably going to need actual wings.
Now, Bionics, I'm sorry.
If you want to see in the dark, you're probably going to need cat's eyes or something. And that's going to carry with you.
Right.
How much money can I spend? Oh, let's find out. 97. $10 million man.
There you
Boom, go, baby.
We're not gonna look at every piece here. We're just gonna look at a couple. You can clone your replacement hands. By the way, it's probably a good idea to have some stuff on stock.
Yeah. Right. Just in case something gets torn off or whatever, you got something to put it back on. I get it.
So let's look at all these brain abilities, brain enhancements, brain combat motor head, mental acuity, physical perception acuity. Again, we're not going to read these. You can pause the screen if you want or buy the book. Better way. Calcifier bone strengthener.
Oh, I like that one.
Digestive system enhancement. Well, I mean, again, they give you
Crohn's disease. I take that one, but whatever.
Fatty bladder. Wait a minute. What is that? It's a chimera. Well, if you want fatty bladder, that means you're going to start having weird stuff.
Oh, a second bladder. Okay, well, that's not great.
Gills. Obviously, that's going to be something that's noticeable. You're going to be like that fish boy from The Boys.
Yeah.
I forget his name. And you're going to be gross. The Deep. There you go. Thank you. Anywho, circadian rhythms. Steroids. Why not?
Oh, of course. I want a steroid gland. That's great. Naturally produced steroids. Bring it on.
Lazarus organ. Able completely regrow and damage, sick, or cut out. Physical augmentation. Most of these are going to be chimeras because you're going to look weird. Like if you had adhesion.
Yeah, it's not Spider-Man. Now you have little sucker fingers. Let's not. No, you're not hiding that. Sorry.
Bioregeneration. That's not normal.
Nope.
All right. So I can keep scrolling down. There are lots of pages of this. I will say that is actually really cool. As much as I might think most of the stuff in this book is just kind of, okay, whatever, dude. There are tons of options in here. It isn't like you have 5 choices. One of my complaints about Rifts, the main book of Rifts, is that every time I make a Borg, it's almost always the same thing because there are very limited choices in there until you get the Bionics book, right? Mm-hmm. Well, no, you have tons of choices in this book to make the character that you want to make. He will spend that $10 million quick, fast, in a hurry. And still, I could make a character that costs $10 million and have completely different abilities. It's all right. You can have extra hands and, you can look like that if you want. Because why not?
Sure.
I want pincers.
Like a great thing.
Pincers. You can be Dr. Zoidberg.
There you go. Pinchers of power.
All right. Where's the next one? I know it's a lot of pages. Enhanced senses. Again, lots of stuff. Genetic weapons, acid blood, because you know what? Why not be an alien?
Yeah. Chestburster, xenomorphs. They're great. They're all the rage.
And of course, you can roll for your background data, just like you do for experiment and so forth. Yep. You get along with your super agency and whatnot. I want to say, as much as I'm not interested in most of these, this one that we're about to look at being the number one, I'm not interested in.
Worst. If I remember correctly, there are 2 types of Gestalt superhumans, physical and psychic. There's 4?
And 2 of them allow you to play your own character. 2 of them require you to have other characters in the group play you. Awesome. We'll look at those. Yep. What was I saying? Again, the choices in here are absolutely fantastic if this is what you want to do. So, what is a Gestalt? In the world of Heroes Unlimited, the Gestalt is multiple characters wrapped into one package. Oh, so my superhero is wrapped with him. No, this is Million Ants. This is Plant Boy. This is, it could be Heathen Dog and me. And one of them takes over at one time or another. The individuals, when not combined into the Gestalt persona, are relatively normal and comparatively weak. It's only when the group joins together to become one that a singular being of considerable power and ability is created. Now, let's go ahead, Heathen Dog, roll. And please get between a 25 and a 75 because I want to laugh.
Oh, shit. 87.
Okay, you didn't do that. You're a plant man. The character's body is made up of various plants, shrubs, vines, grasses, weeds, etc. A single player can be this Gestalt. Hey, the good news is you get to play your own character.
Awesome.
So let's look at the others real quickly. You have animal. You're basically made up of animals like insect. Again, you're a million ants, worms, rats, whatever. Human physical. 2 or more humans somehow shift their bodies and minds into another to form a singular super being. Requires 2 or more players working as one.
This is Firestorm, basically.
I don't know who that is, but
Okay.
for those who do know,
There it is. Yeah.
human psychic. It's the same thing. Requires 2 players work, or 2 or more players working as one. Honestly, if you want to do this at your table and everybody agrees to this, it sounds like it could be a fun time. Not for me.
No.
But I get it. So you picked the plant gestalt. All right. So what happens when you?
But I got it.
Well, you got it. So there's the animal. Oh, let's find the plant gestalt. Or heathen dog. Again, there's a million ants for you. It's a Rick and Morty reference for people who don't know. So mass increase. Where's the plant one? Minor super hibernation. These are all animal. Yeah, these are all animal.
The last of them.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that these are done almost like they're different characters, because guess what they are?
Different characters.
Plant gestalt. All right.
There you go. Powers of the plant gestalt. Okay,
go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll your percentile.
Oh, again?
Yeah, because we're gonna do this quickly.
Oh, what am I? Okay, all right. 45.
45. You are grasses. There's actually a huge number of different types of grasses. Okay, great.
Sure.
Though soft and familiar in nature. Oh, he's huggable. Grasses densely interwoven to create a humanoid plant gestalt, has an oppressive AR and STC, horror factor of 8, armor rating 14.
I don't call that impressive, but maybe that's just me. Whatever.
And more so in second edition. First edition, I'd say that 14 is pretty awesome. Second edition,
not so much. Yeah. Vines is 15. Crying out loud.
Or a factor of 11.
Woods.
All right, go ahead and roll percentile again to see who controls you.
Who controls me? All right. Ot 3.
A spirit or an entity. This is typically an ethereal energy, being, or life essence that is normally invisible and unable to interact with the humans in the physical world, unless it assumes a physical body. In this case, the gestalt body. So hey, you have a plant elemental inside your face. That's a good job. All right, let's move on to the next one. You guys get the idea of what gestalt is, right?
Yep. And now, from what I understand, the physical gestalt and the psychic gestalt work like this. You have 2 or more people, they merge bodies, boom, you have a super being, and one of the people who is merged is in control.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the psychic one, you're merging minds to create a creature made physical out of psychic energy, but your bodies are in comas. And
I didn't read that one, to be honest.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, your bodies are still there. They're in comas because all the brains are gone. They're formed into a thing. And just like the physical gestalt, one of the characters that are part of it is in control. Everyone else gets to take a smoke. Smoke if you got them.
Talking about smoking, imbued heroes are those who take a pill or read a book. This is Popeye.
Or spinach. Yeah, exactly. I was going to say spinach. Right.
This is... So roll your normal. Now let's see what the imbued super abilities are. All right, go ahead and roll heathen dog percentile dice again.
89.
89. Hypnotic conditioning brainwashing, which what activates in response to certain triggers. Oh, you're B.A. Baracus. We gotta punch you in the face to get you on the airplane.
Oh, well, or usually they just drugged him or something, but
yeah. Hey,
someone says, hey, do you want to play a gestalt character? And then I transform.
Then he transforms into...
And then I go all nuts on you.
All right, let's see what kind of addiction does the agent cause. Go ahead and roll.
All right. 63.
63. Moderate standard recovery time. So the imbued character can no longer take his imbuing agent. He may suffer the effects of drug withdrawal. So he's addicted to his spinach.
Which, my mom would love that, but
who can gain super abilities using the imbuing agent? Okay, well, let's find out if this is just you or everybody in the group.
37.
37. Only the hero.
It's special to me.
Yep.
You can have spinach all you want. Sure, you'll get a lot of iron and niacin, but you won't get this. You won't get the guns.
Who can make the agent? Go ahead and roll.
Oh, crap. 8.
8. Just you.
Sweet. I make special spinach.
You make special spinach. There you go.
I fertilize it with my own poop.
Oh,
I'm the one who can make it.
God. Well, that just ended this episode. Hope everybody has a great day. Go ahead and roll to see how long it lasts. Now, this is the one that I foresee everybody cheating on.
Okay. Let's see if I got to cheat. I got to cheat.
Would you
I got
get
32?
32. It lasts for one. Actually, it's not bad. 1d6 plus 1 hours. Yeah.
It's fine.
I foresee mysteriously everybody who gets this is going to have the 2d4 plus 5. That's what I foresee. But all right. And how often can it be taken? Here's going to be another one that people cheat on.
All the time. All the time. All the time, baby. 81 or higher. 81 or higher. No whammies. No whammies. Fuck. Close. 78.
78. Twice per 24 hours. That's not bad, though.
So that's a possible maximum of 14 hours a day. Possible maximum of 14 hours a day. I can be.
And what do you get when you eat your spinach?
No whammies.
Your poopy
no
spinach.
No whammies. John Holmes, please. 58.
58, 1 major and 3 minor super abilities.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
No.
That's not bad.
Anytime you get a major, it's not bad. So there you go. But again, the references pop by. I'm sure there are other ones that I don't know about, but it's you have some sort of trigger that all of a sudden makes you super powerful. It could be a catchphrase. It could be the spinach. It could be reading a passage out of a book, staring at a picture of your dead wife, something. Immortals, we are not covering immortals. Basically, it's for mega heroes, and it just gives them a reason. Like, I want to be a mega hero, but I also want to be a Greek god. Okay, so moving on. And you can learn more about mega heroes because Heathen Dog did cover them when he covered Heroes Unlimited in our entire Heroes Unlimited section. It's still immortals. Super invention. This one was. Let me get to that page here. So my question for you is this. What makes this different than hardware? And I'm saying this is kind of a rhetorical question, but I want people to think about this. What makes this character different from hardware? The notable thing that I got out of this, and we'll have Heathen Dog roll again because that's fun, is that you get one item. You have like one trick. You have one armor, one weapon, one gizmo, gadget, whatever, and it comes with limitations.
Oh, so it's worse.
But it gives you actual superpowers, which is
well,
neat.
That's great. But if I'm a hardware genius, I can make Iron Man.
That is fair.
What do you think Iron Man was?
Well, this one seems like it wants to be Iron Man, but doesn't quite make it. So comic books are filled with characters who invent, build, and use super science gizmos to provide them with their powers. I actually liken this, and I could be wrong on this, but I liken this to Q.
Really?
Because you don't have to be the superhero that wears it or uses it. You just you give it to James Bond.
Oh, not Star Trek Q, James Bond Q.
Yeah, James Bond. I'm sorry.
Okay. See, yeah,
my bad. Right. Without their equipment, the characters have absolutely no superhuman powers at all. Some of these heroes are the inventors of the gadgets themselves, but many others are test pilots and special agents.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead and roll your percentile.
Right. 7.
7. Okay, you work for private industry. Roll again.
All right. Who is he? Okay. 79.
79. You're the chosen operator or test pilot. So you're James Bond, so somebody else is making for you. Character is a skilled test pilot or agent soldier who was chosen to field test a device for the purpose for which it was designed. He has a good idea of how it's supposed to work and is good at finding and adapting to its flaws and quirks. He's likely to have a background in police work, blah, blah. But the key thing is he didn't make it.
No.
All right. So what's your status? Did you steal this thing?
Hell yeah. 48.
48. Freelance test pilot in good standing. So no, you didn't steal it. They're like, hey, go check it out. Go run around out there with it. All right.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Motive for creating the invention.
I didn't create it. So
yeah, but why was it created for you?
Create it. Okay. 89.
89. Space or deep sea exploration or some other humanitarian purpose. Oh, you're trying to clean the oceans.
There you go. That's fine. That's fine.
Let's skip. We can't skip. Okay, what is it? Physical
power
appearance
level. Power levels, superpowers. What is that?
Well, no, we're here. We're down here.
Okay.
So what is it?
Okay, what is it? All right. It is a OT-7. It's a backpack.
It's a backpack. Yay, you have a backpack.
Or the explorer of deep space or the ocean or whatever. I got my backpack. I'm sure there's a map in it. I'm good to go.
All right. So what is its power level?
Equal to.
And then I'll read this
82.
one a little bit. 82, which is equal to seventh level in power. So let's read what that means here. The super invention's equivalent level of power is fixed and does not increase as a hero grows in experience. Why? Because it is a mechanical object that he's got.
It doesn't grow.
The super. So I mean, this is really cool for a low level character.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing as the Ancient Master. You can start off above level 1, right?
Yep.
But after that, you're probably not going to advance as quickly as anyone else, or in this case at all.
See this. The super abilities, range, duration, damage, and effects are forever locked at the equivalent level as rolled up.
7's not bad.
All right, we're gonna move on. We're not gonna keep rolling everything here because I don't want this video to be as long as the last one. But you guys see how this works. Again, I think it's niche. I think it already existed in hardware. They could have just added like the backpack concept to the hardware character instead of making a new physical category. But again, if you like it in your game, if you're looking for Dora the Explorer, if you're looking for another way of coming up with Iron Man, well, no, because Iron Man invented his own stuff. If you're looking to be a test pilot, I guess here's how you do that. Minor heroes, we're going to skip this one, but let me tell you what they are. They're sidekicks. So if for whatever reason you don't want to be a full-fledged character and you want to have lower maximums to your physical attributes and you want less powers, do you play a minor hero?
There has to be a trade-off, right? There has to be something. No, there's no benefit.
The idea of this is to play the sidekick, which I can find, again, in a certain type of campaign, this could be fun.
Yeah, but most of the time, no.
Right. To me, this works in a Doctor Who scenario where one player is the main guy, is the Jedi, is the Doctor, and everybody else are sidekicks, or in a one-on-one where Heathen Dog and I are playing with one game master where we're Batman and Robin or something like that.
Sure.
It's not bad. You're still functional. You're just not going to be as cool.
Okay.
Natural genius. All right. This says mega hero. So why am I going to look at it? Because we're going to look at it quickly. If you thought that having extraordinary intelligence was a great superpower, well, let's take a look at this.
Okay.
The natural genius is a true savant among all the characters with mental faculties well beyond those of most heroes. They are clever opportunists, leaders, and masterminds of super beings. Most of these guys are going to be your supervillains.
Copy that.
All right, so let's look. Attribute bonus. This is the bonus. You roll normally, and then you get 1d6 plus 6 to your IQ.
Wow.
Now, I wouldn't even pick this without already having super intelligence.
Yeah.
So chances are I've got a 20 intelligence, right? That's just picking a number. I'm going to get 1d6 plus 6 added on to that. ME 1d4 plus 1, MA 1d4, all added on there. The power of the intelligence. The natural genius excels at most subjects that involve ideas, imagination, and the world at large. While this may be most evident in the character's apparent knowledge of mathematics and sciences and book learning, the bottom line is the natural genius is a thinker. He finds the world fascinating and new ideas fun and intoxicating. All right, so what do you get for that? You get mental disciplines, which we'll look at in just a moment here. You get 4 mental disciplines at first level. Plus 1 at level 2, 4, 6, 8. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You have 10 mental disciplines by the time your character is level 13. Let's just look at what I'll let Heathen Dog pick. Do you want analytic mind? Do you want find weakness, enhanced memory, clinical outlook, healing trance, iron willpower, mental toughness, mind over matter, a whole bunch of different ones, mystic blocker, speed reader, sexual charisma, unnatural.
No, stop.
Okay,
stop. You could have just said that.
I could have. The character knows how to attract, engage, and encourage the opposite sex, but both personally and in group dynamics.
Oh, so your fat friend is not going to be able to run interference on me. It's not going to work.
You gain an additional 1d4 plus 1 to your MA and plus 1 to your physical beauty.
You already have a 1d4 plus 1 just by being alive. Now you get another one? Damn.
Yep. This also adds 25% bonuses to skills of seduction, find contraband, dance, pickpockets, intelligence, interrogation, but only when dealing with the opposite sex.
Leisure Suit Larry. That's right. I played those games. That was fun.
All of these give you bonuses of some sort. The one that I thought Heathen Dog would pick because I didn't read that one previously was Analytic Mind.
Yeah, whatever. Until you said something better.
Yeah, right. All right. So rounding out other stuff, you get additional financial resources. By the way, there's skills. Here we go. I want to look at the skills. plus 30% skill bonus and available areas of learning. You already are PhD.
Sure.
This bonus is limited. Now, this extra 30% bonus is limited to electrical estimate. Oh, for some reason I thought, escape artist, forgery, and intelligence only. Got it. Mechanical, medical, pilot-related, rogue, science, technical. Other skill categories: communication, domestic, espionage, military, blah, 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 blah. Wilderness fellows just don't appeal to the natural genius because you want to be inside where it's nice and warm and comfy.
Yeah. I mean,
Furthermore, the character cannot select more than 4 physical skills.
That's ridiculous.
Right. With all PhD levels, skill programs start and get the 30% PhD level of education. Secondary skills, 12 from any skill category. And 2 from
1. And 2 skills at levels 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12, and 14. Oh my God. You're
constantly learning new things. Yeah. I would actually personally, I would change this to 1 every level.
Yeah, fair.
It just seems weird to do 2 every 2 levels, but whatever. Yeah. Skill advancement beyond 98%. Oh, guess what? You're another one of those that can go past 90%, but only in all of these.
Yeah, only in all of these only when all of these PhDs you have. That's it. That's all.
Yep.
Oh, only in those. Sure.
So, all right. Easy. So you get the idea. This is if you take this and add that power of, I don't think you can, but add the.
No. Yeah, you can't. You don't get it. You don't get superpowers with that. Super soldier. We already have this in experiment. There's a super soldier option.
Well, this is refined because it says here is originally part of the experiment power category. You can build a super soldier character. That option has now been expanded to a whole power category of its own. So why? Well, again, we got the secret organization, nature of the procedure, chemical radiation. This really does give you the full bore of what's his name, Captain America.
Mm-hmm. Let's see the powers.
Nature of the test subject. Let's see, current status. Yeah, where are the powers? Likelihood of replication. By the way, you might not be replicable.
No, it was an accident. Determine super ability. There it is.
Go ahead and roll.
All right, here we go.
And please roll high.
40's not that high.
40. Well, the reason I want you to roll high
is major powers. That's good.
Okay. Right, that is. But give me a 71 to 100.
Okay. 96.
Okay, 96. Latent psionics. Why did I want him to pick something different? Because most people know Heroes Unlimited know what the superpowers are. Chemical enhancement is an alternative super soldier. Endoskeletal replacement. Remember when I said in the last video that we're going to look at rifts today? Well, he rolled latent psionic, unfortunately. Chemical enhancement is a juicer.
Endoskeletal replacement is a
Borg.
Bionics. And brain implant is a crazy.
Yeah, there you go. And they work just like the bonuses aren't quite as high, but they work. You now have rifts in Heroes Unlimited. And I'm going to tell you this is a good thing. I like the juicer concept. I like the crazy concept. I'm glad it's brought over here. Optional, of course, but there they are. But he rolled latent.
Let's look at the juicer. Let's look at chemical enhancement.
Okay, so let's look at if I can find that here. Where is it? Alternative types. Brain implant. Oh, nope, that's brain implant.
Should be C right after.
Yeah. Is it in alphabetical order?
Probably.
Chemical enhancement. There it is. All right. In man's search to create the ultimate human, it was inevitable that sooner or later someone would turn to chemical enhancement. All right. Let's see what you get.
Oh, they do it now. What are you talking about?
Super endurance. Add 66 times 10 to SDC. 66 hit points plus 1d6 to physical and 1d6 to physical attribute. Physical endurance attribute. There we go. I can talk. Can last 10 times longer than normal before feeling the effects of exhaustion. I don't know a lot of people that actually use that rule, but that is awesome for somebody who does.
Mm-hmm.
Can remain alert and operate at full efficiency for up to 5 days without sleep. Dude, that would kill people.
People start dying at 5, but I think the longest anyone ever lasts was either 11 or 13 before they died.
Wow. That's crazy. At 2d6 of physical strength attribute, and super soldier strength is considered superhuman.
Not extraordinary, superhuman. There is a difference.
And if it's lower than 22.
Yeah, it's especially if you go into a high magic environment, it becomes supernatural.
And if it's lower than 22, make it a 22.
Yeah.
Add 2d4 times 10 to the speed attribute. Here are your reflexes, plus 1d4 plus 1 to physical prowess, plus 2 attacks per melee.
Whoa.
Plus 4 on
initiative. Awesome. Automatic dodge, of course. Yeah, it's juicer time. It's juicer time.
Cannot sleep without a sedative or tranquilizers. Oh, these are penalties. So game masters, you've got to actually employ these things. Cannot sleep without sedative or tranquilizers. Tends to be a bit jumpy or anxious. Boredom is a constant enemy. Yeah. Saving throw bonuses. Oh, +6 save versus mind control, because why not? Plus,
put me down, man. My mind's moving. It's moving.
Enhanced healing heals 4 times faster than normal. 20% save versus coma and death. We're not going to read everything, but you get the idea. Chemical abuse and strain on the body gives superhuman a short lifespan. It is the juicer.
1d6 plus 6 years. That's a lot longer.
Well, it's also not quite as cool as the juicer.
It's not quite as strong, but it's comparable. But you get to live like 3 times longer, at least.
And it goes into detoxification as if it's the juicer. My friends, no, to be fair though, I've actually always liked the juicer and crazy concept. I'm not a Rifts guy, but I really have always liked the concept of the juicer and the crazy, and I'm glad that it is here in Heroes Unlimited. Again, endoskeletal replacement is the Borg, and we already looked at the crazy above. Buy the book, and you'll find out more about how does that make somebody a super soldier. If that doesn't explain it to you just right there. Are you ready for Venom?
Sure.
Symbiotic superhuman. Okay, let's just skip to the fun stuff. Background. Where did the symbiote come from? Go ahead and roll, Heathen Doug.
16.
16. The symbiotic organism fell from outer space, because that's always good, or is found inside an alien spaceship. You got a face hugger.
Alien villain. Awesome.
You got a face hugger.
Great.
The symbiote's
the appearance? There it is. Appearance.
Yep.
78.
78. Mask-like mask-like organism which bonds to half of the face or head. Reduce physical beauty by 40%.
Sure, why not? Yep.
Symbiote's intelligence. Go ahead and roll on that one.
God dang it. 14.
It's a mineral. Regardless what it may look like, the organism is some sort of living silicon-based life form. Has no thoughts and cannot communicate. Okay. Its lifespan is 1d6 times 100 years. So guess what? Longer than yours.
When I die, it'll find a new body.
Yep. So what's its food source?
Oh, probably my brain, I imagine. I mean, I'm doing great so far, right? 90.
Oh, shiza. 90. Mental energy draws on bioelectrical
energy
generated by the brain, making the host thoughts a bit sluggish at time. Okay, George. Reduce all skills by 5%, including secondary. And the character sometimes lapses into daydreams. You're that kid in school that was just like,
just looks out the window and just breezes out.
Benefits. Okay, well, you got to have some sort of benefit from this, right?
Yeah, so far it's been all goose egg. So
okay, well, it says roll 1d4 on this table. We're not going to do that. Just roll one time.
We'll just do once. 88.
88. Eyes in the back of your head.
My physical appearance is already 40% below what it should be. Now I got eyes in the back of my head. Jesus,
hey,
man.
+2 to dodge, -1d4 to physical beauty, but whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm.
And now let's determine your super abilities.
93.
Ooh, 93. 2 major and 2 minor. Having to do with speed.
Oh,
specifically says having to do with speed.
Super sonic speed. That's a major, and then a minor could be exceptional speed or exceptional physical prowess. You know, there's all kinds of stuff.
Yep. Go ahead and roll percentile.
Spin at high velocity, whatever. I wouldn't get that one, but you know, there.
Give another percentile roll.
Oh, one more. Okay.
Yep.
10.
Oh, you lucked out. No damage or problems, but reduced to an ordinary person. So if you remove the organism, I'd like you to roll again. Get a higher number.
Oh, just what? Come on, man. It's the only time I look. 48.
48. Surgery left physical scarring of physical deterioration. Reduced physical beauty again, but you get the point.
Oh, no, but I get 60% of my original total back when the thing comes off, but then I lose some more after that. That's
the point is you could be lobotomized.
Great.
Yeah. All right.
Great.
Let's move on to the Ancient Weapons Master. Question. Wasn't this in first edition?
I don't recall. I never played first edition Heroes Unlimited.
I could grab my book, but all right. So the Weapons Master, we're not going to spend any time on this. The Weapons Master is just a high-level character at low level that can do a lot. This is a Jedi. This is your what's that bow? What are the Japanese bowmen called? I forget that type of archery. This is Hawkeye.
Okay.
Useless without his weapon. also won't use anything other than his weapon. So don't give him a gun. He's not going to use it.
Copy
so, but really kicks ass and takes initials because he doesn't have time for names when he's using his weapon of choice. This is it, man.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Is that all of them? Did we get through all of them?
Yeah, we got through all. Now we're on the super abilities.
Yeah. Not going to really look at them. There are only like 5 new ones in this book. You can check out what they are. And there's your character sheet. So that's it. That's all of the new power categories. Like I said, I don't want to say this book is useless. It's not useless. It is meant for niche campaigns. It is not one of my favorite books out there. I would rather pass it, leave it than take it. With that said, that's just based on me and my style of play. If you look at this and say, you know what, this adds a lot more niche capability, like the eugenics one, I can understand that. I could see you using that. If for whatever reason you want to play the Gestalt superhero, don't be at my table. Okay, like it's just no. But I'm not mad that they exist. They're just not for me.
Sure.
So, do you have any? Well, first of all, any comments, but also any commentary about that book from you? Because we are way late and over time here.
Yeah, but no, nothing starred. So we should be good.
Okay. Well, I hope you liked those overviews. I know they dove a little bit deeper into them than I normally would like to do for an overview, but that information in there was built for me to cover lots of different aspects of it. It's just the way it was. Next week is going to be Mutant Ad Astra, which is a supplement to the Mutant Year Zero series. So those of you who saw those, was it Mutant Year Zero, Mutant Gen Lab Alpha, Mutant Mechatron, and Mutant Elysium last year? Well, they have a 5th book out now, Mutant Ad Astra. Why is it an overview, not a deep dive? Because honestly, it's not like the other ones. It isn't necessarily as much its own thing as those games were. It is more of just a collaboration of all 4 of those games. And we're going to talk about that next week.